enough with the pictures, enough with the hype. You want to know how the Little G's flavors actually taste. I'm going to make you wait a second, just a little bit longer, because I got a lot of questions, I guess, for some of the newcomers. What is this ice cream? I've never heard of it. Who is Little G? Little G is a small batch ice cream company based out of Boston. It's a 17-year-old high school student making ice cream as a side hustle, and it's phenomenal. Next most popular question is, where can I get it? If you live in the Boston area, go on Little G's website and find the list of stores. If not, you have to go to goldbelly.com. This is where it gets a little dicey for people. 6 pints of ice cream is going to cost you $109, or if it's your first order, I can get you $25 off. Here's what I'll say to that real quickly, and then I'll get to the ice cream. It's not for everyone's budget. If you have it in your budget, it's worth every penny and then some. You have to remember, it's a high school student making small batch ice cream by hand and hand bakes everything herself without economies of scale. The shipping, the dry ice, all that other stuff, it's going to be expensive per pint. But the fact that it's even an option as such a small company, she's well ahead of the game. Definitely go on my post to Instagram from yesterday for a chance to win a free 6-pack, because I want to treat somebody and have them see I'm not full of shit. And even if you're not going to place an order, a lot of you just like to watch me eat for some reason. So let me go ahead and get to that, and I'll start with the first flavor. Now, I have sampled just a little bit of each flavor because I wanted to take pictures in daylight today. So I have some thoughts on each one. Here's what I want to get out of the way. All of these are really, really, really good. If we're going to compare to like Ben and Jerry's, we're talking 8.5 to a 10 on all of them. So that's not really fair to do that. So I am going to try to create some degree of separation so you can know which flavors are better than others. These flavors might become available in the make your own pack. So let me tell you which ones I like more than others, and we'll create some kind of like Little G scale where like a 6 for her is like a, you know, an 8 for most companies. The one flavor I don't have anymore in the 6-pack is hot chocolate, and let me tell you about that. To me, it's my least favorite. It's definitely the most simple flavor in the winter pack. It's chocolate ice cream with homemade marshmallow fluff. I'm not a huge marshmallow fluff guy. You know she comes big on mix-ins. It was about 50-50 marshmallow fluff to chocolate ice cream. Mine might have been 60% marshmallow fluff. Chocolate ice cream is really tasty. I actually prefer the vanilla one. So the hot chocolate is something that if I were to place another order, it wouldn't be in there, but really like marshmallow fluff. We're not talking like a marshmallow swirl. We're talking about like stretches out of the pint marshmallow fluff, and it's thick and it's everywhere. Okay, and now I'm going to give Holiday Sugar Cookie another shot. And the reason I'm doing this now, this, as excited as I was for this might be my second least favorite in the pack. Okay, so I don't want to get too far ahead of myself when I rank this, because you can see I didn't eat that much of it yet. Just wanted to be able to show some of the mix-ins in the pints when I took the pictures. By the way, if you didn't realize yet, this is about to be an ice cream marathon. You're stuck with me for most of your Friday night right now. I also have a beer here, so I'm partying. Okay, I'm most excited for this flavor because Holadoodle is dead. Blue Bunny Holadoodle is similar to this, but Listeria killed it. It still needs to soften a little bit, but let me get some of my thoughts back together. Let me see if I think the same things that I thought yesterday. Still really good. Huge cookie chunk. Always, mix-ins are always huge. You definitely, and this isn't cookie dough. This is sugar cookie chunks. So, why would I start recording and put a huge chunk of cookie in my mouth? Okay. Does this taste better than Holadoodle by Blue Bunny? Of course, the quality of all the ingredients is far better. But it's not constructed the same way. Holadoodle was a sugar cookie flavored ice cream, and it wasn't sugar cookie flavor, but it was a little bit different than vanilla. Then it had a cinnamon graham Revel and buttercream frosting and sprinkles and snickerdoodle cookie dough. What I liked about that, it was kind of all over the place of Christmas stuff. It tasted like cheap buttercream frosting, but then you had some spice from the snickerdoodle and the cinnamon. This one, even though it tastes a lot better, we're talking more on a straight line of just sugar. There's not real spice, because she went with sugar cookie chunks instead of snickerdoodle cookie dough. As I eat more of the colored area, which is the buttercream, I'm not tasting as much buttercream as I want to. I still really love this. I do. It's just that the buttercream is kind of like blended in a little bit more. It just doesn't, the overall spoon doesn't taste as much like buttercream. I love her vanilla ice cream. I've said that in every review I've done. I just love her vanilla ice cream. It's really strong vanilla flavor, nice genuine vanilla bean flavor. So this was sugar cookie chunks. I'm gonna eat my last one. And sprinkles. It's delicious, it's fun as hell, it's beautiful. Okay, on to flavor number 2. But I think with the sugar cookie one, I'm going to put that above hot chocolate, but I think that it's lower than the rest of them. Let's do this. Let's start hot chocolate as a 6.5 for Grace. Sorry, Grace, but that's still like an 8 for anyone else. That's the thing, you raise the bar too high on some of your flavors, and there's going to be some, 6.5, 7s, and I'm a tough grader, so deal with that. I would probably put the holiday sugar cookie at like a really strong 7.5. You could talk me down to 7 just so I can create space for the amazing ones. Let's stick with the cookies for a second and go from sugar cookie to gingerbread cookies. This one's called Gingerbread Man. I'm drinking an eggnog ale that doesn't taste anything like eggnog, but 'tis the season. So this one is brown sugar cinnamon ice cream. Brown sugar cinnamon? Brown sugar cinnamon. Also had this in the fall pack with the pumpkin bread one. Let me remind myself. I'm getting a little bit of the cinnamon. But here's why it's hard to talk about it. Cream cheese swirl. Grace, let's be honest for a second. This isn't a cream cheese swirl. This is a block of cream cheese that you mixed into your ice cream. Exactly what I was going through last night. It's hard to sometimes see it because it's, it's a bright white up against the rest. There is so much cream cheese in here. I've never had gingerbread cookie with like cream cheese icing. I don't think that's a thing. But cream cheese is basically my middle name. This is delicious. Let me get some of the, it's gingerbread cookie pieces or dough? It's cookie pieces. Let me try the gingerbread cookies. When you're talking mix-ins with little G, that's basically an entire gingerbread cookie. Let's try the cookies. I'm gonna take a while to chew. Oh. It took a little bit of time to flavors develop because at first it just tasted like it was cold. But as I continue to chew it, because it's so huge, there's a lot of ginger in here and a lot of the spices. Really good gingerbread cookies in here. Excellent. I wonder if some of the pieces are when they're so small, if you could really get that huge flavor, but you don't got to worry about that too much with her. Okay, and let me try some that I think is equal parts cream cheese, ice cream, and cookie. This is what I really like about ice cream flavors, when there's that little twist that's unlike anything anyone else has done before. Gingerbread and cream cheese. The thing that I wanted to say at first was that cream cheese is a really strong flavor, so I was missing the subtleties of the gingerbread cookie, but then it came on. And again, those spices with the ginger especially build really strongly, and that's going to be your primary aftertaste. So if I had to make any criticism at all, I wonder if that base could have maybe a little bit more of the gingerbread spices instead of just brown sugar cinnamon, so that you can kind of get a little bit more of it right away, but I'm nitpicking. I like this one more than the holiday sugar cookie. This would be at least an 8. Let's start at 8 on the Grace scale for now. One last look at this bad boy. By the way, if you're wondering why I drink beer and eat ice cream seemingly every weekend, this is how I prepare in my life and my fitness. I did probably about an hour and 15 minutes, hour and 30 minutes of cardio, and I adjusted my diet throughout the day. The reason I'm justifying this is because I get a ton of questions all the time, like, how are you not 1,000,000 pounds? One, it's the cardio, but then I had a protein shake and grilled chicken and not much. I've been waking up every day at 5 a.m. to do P90X3 and get my lifting in that way. And then I lift again at lunch during my work break, so get off my ass. Anyway, I'm just stalling so that this tempers. Let's stick with cookies, and this time we have Christmas triple cookie dough. So we have cookie dough now. The exciting part to most people about this one is snickerdoodle, gingerbread, and sugar cookie dough. That's awesome. Here's why I loved this one so much on my first time, and I didn't expect this to happen. Her eggnog ice cream is awesome. I always thought that eggnog ice cream was stupid because all it was really, really cold, frozen eggnog, and that kind of is true. First of all, her eggnog ice cream it tastes to me better than a glass of eggnog, or at least it's the best eggnog you've ever had. It's just my mind filling in the gaps because the best kind of eggnogs have booze, but I almost taste like a lot of spices and that little bit of booze. Now, if you snuck some booze into your ice cream and you're only 17 years old, you're in trouble. Anyway, of course there's not booze in here, but it's just that good of eggnog ice cream, and it's just so full of spice. It's too much cookie dough. Now where it gets really interesting is trying to tell apart the dough. So let me see what I got here. I just tried the gingerbread cookies before, so I think that one was the snickerdoodle dough, because I didn't taste that much ginger at the end. But there's lots to discover in here. Eating like 6 cookies in the middle of eating, trying 5 different pints of ice cream. This is really good for. There goes all the cardio. Yeah, so that one was the gingerbread dough, which I kind of like it in dough form. The spices are there immediately right away. Snickerdoodle cookie dough, it's not the best. I mean, it was sugar, so of course it was fine, and it was good, gritty, good cookie dough. But I expect a little bit more cinnamon for snickerdoodle. I'll try to find another one, but here's sugar cookie. Never had sugar cookie dough just like this before. Tastes like sugar and butter. That buttery flavor builds pretty strongly there at the end. So I think if I had to rank my doughs, I'm going to do gingerbread, sugar, then Snicker. So one last all together, and then I'll move on to the next one. Hopefully this is the snickerdoodle dough. I want to try it again. This time with the eggnog ice cream. I can't tell if that one was the gingerbread specifically or the snickerdoodle because I had all that powerful eggnog base in there, but that is why I love this one. Said about eggnog ice cream, like there was no logical mix-in for it, nothing made sense. She found 3 different Christmas cookies, put them in dough form, and added it. I love it. I'm going to put this one above Gingerbread Man because I like the eggnog base better than the brown sugar cinnamon base. That's the biggest difference. I do love cream cheese though, but this is... Let's give this one a tentative 9 right now. And that's on the little G scale, so that's like a 35 or a 5 million on another scale. At least I'm getting exercise going up and down the stairs to get new ice cream every time. But let's go on to the weirdest one, the one I was most nervous about. Okay, you can see the condition of the top. When I first opened it, all I saw was toasted marshmallow swirl, a layer completely on top. I had to dig a little. I have to mix this one around a little bit, but this one has another new base for her. Spiced sweet potato ice cream. Okay, oh my god. This might be better than everything ever. I feel like she saw my snaps on Thanksgiving of my dad's sweet potato pie, and then added toasted marshmallow to it because he doesn't have that. The spiced sweet potato ice cream, I know that sounds weird. It tastes like a really good sweet potato pie filling. It's really dense. The spices are on point. A sweet potato pie spice blend is very similar to pumpkin pie spice, which I love, but I feel like it's a little bit more earthy, like maybe a little bit stronger on like the cloves or the nutmeg. Food wizard or chef or anything, so don't hold me to the quote on those spices, but it tastes like sweet potato pie filling, and I love it. The candied pecans, that was the key to my dad's sweet potato pie. It's like the top of a pecan pie filling, and they're super sugary, super crunchy. Those alone, delicious. A lot of marshmallow, torched marshmallow swirl in this one, so give me a second to enjoy this. You don't get to watch. Okay, so there's a little subtle difference with that torched marshmallow that I like more. Nothing like, it's not like burnt or smoky or like, it's not like just eating marshmallow or trying to eat just marshmallow, but I keep getting pecans in every bite, so. Yeah, see, it's a little different. That time I did get a little bit of that burnt flavor. So it's exactly what it sounds like. It's torched marshmallow. Let's do one more with everything. I should do like 2 or 3 more. Gotta get this away from me. One, because I have another one to eat, but this is too good. Okay, so probably not everyone loves sweet potato pie, right? But if you do, this is probably 10. This is a 9.5 or a 10. I do, and it speaks to me because my dad's sweet potato pie is something I look forward to every year, and this is very similar to it with torched marshmallow. I love it. Awesome. Let me hold off and do the final one before I decide if this is a 9.5 or a 10 for me, but it's definitely one of the two. Okay, I saved peppermint bark for last because I was surprised on my first attempt through all of them, but I thought I liked this one best. You see that giant glob of peppermint fudge swirl in the center? I'm going to save that for my last bite. But super crunchy, strong mint on our peppermint bark. I'm using my hands now to extract huge chunks of peppermint bark. Oh, excellent. A ton of crunch. I'm trying to get through some of that so I can get to just the white chocolate ice cream and just try that. Thing, if you don't like mix-ins, never order Little G because you're going to get more mix-ins than like anything else. This is as much as I'm going to get, and there's still some peppermint bark in here, but let me try it. The ice cream. Oh, it's all peppermint bark. It's all delicious. Let me show you why I'm having a hard time getting just the white chocolate, the white chocolate ice cream, because that fudge pool is everywhere. This is just fudge, chocolate peppermint fudge, with a piece of peppermint bark in the middle. Oh my god. It's like brownie batter. Thick and rich and decadent like brownie batter with mint, like a mint. I mean, fudge and brownie batter are similar, but this is awesome. The closest I've ever been to saying maybe a little less mix-ins might have helped a little bit. The mix-ins are so good. I'm sure the ice cream is good. You'll have to take, I'm guessing the ice cream is excellent underneath. Able to get a little bit more of it yesterday, I think, off the top before I got to that, and I was blown away right off the bat. So hopefully I can break down the white chocolate a little bit more sometime. Just know that every spoonful in this one is awesome. Probably give this one a 10 or 9.5 because I can't get to the ice cream. Whatever, it's amazing. I love this one just as much as the sweet potato casserole. Get the holiday pack if you're going to place an order. Send out my promo code again if anyone wants to place an order. I think it saved you $25. I believe it'll get it down to $84. If it's in your budget, pull the trigger, treat yourself. Merry Christmas.